Welcome back, everybody. This is Corey Claus for Corey Claus Guitar Teaching. Let me show you some string bending and how to bend strings to reach certain notes. A lot of my beginner students don't know how to bend a string properly, and it's a little bit of a skill that you need to sometimes get some help with. First off, hopefully you have an electric guitar and you're not using an acoustic. It's possible to bend a string on an acoustic, it's just not easy. So I have a little bit of gain, but it's not necessary. Let's start with the second string, the B string, and let's go to the 12th fret here, okay? First thing you want to know when you're bending a string is you don't want to be bending with one finger. That's something I see often. That's pretty tough to do. You want to be using more than one finger. We'll start with 3 fingers here. And what I mean by more than one finger is you're still only playing one note, but find the note you want. So for example, we're just going to go to the 12th fret and we're still hitting one note, but we got backup here. We got 2 fingers here behind it on the 11th and the 10th fret, middle finger and first finger. That will give you some extra strength, rather than doing it with one finger. So it gives you some more strength, and the way you hold it is going to help too. So I hold it with my thumb hanging over like this. My palm is kind of flat on the back of the neck here. Because I see sometimes students will try to bend and they got, this much space in between their, their hand and the neck of the guitar, and it's harder to do. And sometimes I'll see people that they'll be like pointing directly at the neck or the fretboard, and what'll happen is the string will go over their fingers, and you don't want that to happen either. You want the next string above, the 3rd G string here, to go along for the ride. You're hitting it, but see how the 3rd finger is also bending with it? Then I got the 4th, 5th, 6th up here. So it's like bending along with it, but you don't hear it because you're not playing it. So hold it flat, use 3 fingers. Sometimes you'll end up using 4 fingers, depending on what you're playing, So if I'm going like that with 4 frets, then I'll be incorporating 4 fingers, but I'm always holding it just about like this. So another little trick here I could show you when you're doing bends, say on the B and the E string, and you can, it depends a lot on what direction you're bending also. For instance, if you're using the E string down here, you're not going to bend down, obviously, because that's not going to work. You bend up. Same thing with the B string. Bend up. G string. Up. Sometimes down. For like a half bend, and I'll show you that. D string. Down, mostly. Or maybe up a little bit. The A and the E up here, down. So, let me show you real quick a half and a whole step thing before I get to this trick. You're going to do a half and a whole step by looking at how much you bend the string. So if I'm on the B string again with the 12th fret here, and I want to go a half step up. A half step is 1 fret over. So I'm here on the 12th fret, and I want to reach that note. So I go, there I go, I hit it. That's a half bend. I hit that note. If I want to do a whole bend, I want to go from this note to that note. So I go, okay, So there it is. Okay. So now you know what direction to bend, you know what strings to go, so let me show you a little trick here to make a bend sound cool. You can incorporate it in a guitar solo if you'd like. You'll hear this in certain songs. You'll hear, what is going on there when you hear that. That is, it's the third finger of the third G string here reaching that note a whole step behind the third finger here, but it's on a string down on the B string. So this note is going to reach this note, and what I mean by that is it's going to go, see that? So you're playing both at the same time. You pick down, okay? So you can spice it up a little bit by barring the first two strings here, E and the B, with the first finger, and put that third finger there. When you do this, you leave your first finger there. You don't bend it with it. You just leave that there, and you only bend the third finger. One way to kind of help do that is to just try and focus on keeping that first finger where it is and pushing off that first finger with your second and third finger. Okay, so going back to this, barring that, and if you're there already, you can drop the fourth finger on the 13th fret B string. You can do it while you're bending, or you can, do it on the way down. That's a little tough. It's kind of more of an advanced thing, but you can also do it the other way. You can go. So I'm like bending with the third finger up, keeping this first finger where it's at on the B string on the 10th fret, and I'm barring 13th fret, first and second string with my pinky here. Keeping that the same. I'm picking upward on the E and the B string, and then hitting again as I come down. And you can always just go right back to the first finger here. Do a little vibrato. If you don't know how to do vibrato, I'll make that in another video. I'll show you how to do that. Sometimes you can bend both strings, the E and the B right here. And I'll bend down sometimes with the first finger. So a lot you can do with just learning how to bend some strings. So hope you practice that if you don't know how to do it. And if you have any questions, hit me up in the comments, ask away, hit me a direct message if you want. I'll be making videos pretty often now. So I make the Mel Bay Grade 1 series for people who are following that book, and I do cover songs and this kind of stuff. So little exercises to do. So hope you have fun with this one. Practice away, friends. All right, take care.